Ah! Sorry, you scared me. Oh, is it time to do the... But I'm in the middle of... I've had like 2 double gin and tonics. Okay. Welcome back to episode 4 of A Very British Water Park. Last week we introduced the already notorious Choo Choo Charlie, who definitely isn't a threat to anyone. I think. This week we're doing a bunch of stuff. There's some flumes, a shop, and even a coaster built by the one and only Corvus. Terribly overwhelming. I started by having a bunch of fun with paths. One of the many features we can utilise is paths on top of paths, and this allows us to almost decorate our plazas using various paints and textures, something that's ever so popular in budget parks. You mean I can just paint nice patterns on the floor and call it a day? Excellent! I lined the back of the pool with more hedges and added some rear access. Saucy. To make this hole in the wall look remotely realistic, I added a shutter using support beams. Pleasurewood Hills in Suffolk is home to a set of dinghy water slides called Wavebreaker, manufactured by Whitewater West, that have stood proud since 1996. In our own little Planet Coaster universe, our park has purchased Wavebreaker and relocated them right behind our lovely indoor pool. Sorry Suffolk, they're ours now. Now, before anyone says anything, no, it's not an exact replica. Get a grip. One thing I did design from scratch was the ride sign, straddling the flumes. By the way, guests still won't ride any of my flumes. It's just me, on my own, lubricating the slides with my tears. There were many iterations of this sign, and it took way longer than I'd care to admit. One thing I was keen to replicate was the dinghy conveyor to get the rafts back to the top. I used corrugated sheets and metal support beams. I'm making this look very easy, but let me tell you, the angles were not my friend in the slightest, and once again this took way longer than it appears. I boxed off the end to make our duo of slides look like one structure and popped a roller on the end of the conveyor. I even added some wooden planks to give the impression of an exit route for our guests with their sloppy feet. Some drainage around the edge and protection of the conveyor finishes off our stunning new water attraction. Time for some more food. This time, vegan food. Ooh. I wanted to go with a very temporary looking food stall, considering the game allows us to do this now, giving the impression that external companies would rent the plot to sell their wares. But for now, it's Viva la Vegan, baby. With the food truck and counter in place, I created some custom canopies. Benches! Oh, and parasols. Time for some branding, baby. A couple of logos on the canopies and sign on top of the truck. I then seemingly recreated the Resident Evil umbrella logo, but it wasn't fully intentional. In preparation for the lovely Corvus getting his hands on the park, I decided to dig a massive bloody hole. Sorry, I should be more specific. I wanted to create a sunken plot of land, almost as if something had been there prior. I'll let you speculate what it was. I know what it was, but do you know? I made my usual measurements before reaching for my shovel. With the surrounding path in place, I created a brick foundation. Time for the pathing, which wasn't stressful at all. Like, literally at all. It was stressful. God, I make it look so much easier than it was. I created a wheelchair accessible ramp on this side with the intention of creating stairs on the other, but I do that later. Chill out. Can I get another G&T, please? Anyone? Wow, that was quick, thanks. Oh yeah, we're doing those stairs I mentioned before. If you can cast your massive huge minds back to episode 2, we built a chief beef and Mineral constructed a stunning little row of shops. Well, I neglected to complete the backstage areas because A, I'm lazy, and B, I couldn't be bothered. So here we are. I decided to create a couple of little loading bays, but look, just watch, I'm drinking. Stairs! I created a little staff entrance and surrounded it in some brickwork to make it look more connected to the build. Finally, I was informed that we needed to up the security around our family train, Choo Choo Charlie. No idea why. I constructed a little service gate for the ride area. I used plaster, wood, and some other stuff. I can't remember, it was a while ago. As I wrap up over here, it's time to introduce my guest for today, Corvus. Corvus only started creating Planet Coaster content a couple of years ago, but quickly garnered over 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. Mostly known for his incredible coasters, he also creates IRL theme park vlogs. Hello, Corvus.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Very happy to be here because you asked me to make a coaster.
I did, and you do love coasters.
Yeah, I kind of do.
So yes, you're right. I asked you to build a coaster. I then came in afterwards, and I've done a little first pass on some theming, and here we have Turbo Loop. So, tell me, first of all, let's get the nerdy bit out of the way. Tell me what kind of coaster this is.
Well, you asked me to make something either like retro, jank, or kind of both. So I toyed with the idea of doing an arrow, which I did actually build and then deleted afterwards because I hated it. And then I started building this Schwarzkopf like multi-loop coaster. And, yeah,
amazing.
And I got this.
Yeah, I mean Schwarzkopf is I love the brand anyway, but there is just something jank about them that I love. And as I think you mentioned when we were talking that they're often they're quite a travelling coaster brand anyway.
So yeah, definitely.
It definitely adds to that same vibe. But yeah, here we are, Turbo Loop. What was your process with building this then?
After I kind of decided on this type of coaster, I've already been on two. One of them was just the one with the loop and the spike and the shuttle loop one. And then I kind of settled on Scorpion at Busch Gardens, which is just recently closed, which is really sad, but I did get to ride it in 2022, which I thought was amazing. So I originally started building it as that, but when I saw how much land you'd given me, I thought it kind of needs to be a bit bigger. So I'm going to be riding Olympia Looping next week at Hyde Park Winter Wonderland, so I thought, why don't I go for something that's kind of the midpoint in between that, because it has 5 loops, and Scorpion, which just has the one. So I kind of settled on having 3 loops, and it's about the height that's in between those two coasters, so it's kind of like a nice midpoint.
It is. So would you say this is a completely custom layout?
The first drop and the 3 loops and the turn into the first block section is pretty standard for these types of Schwarzkopf coasters, but after that, to get it back to the station, I did just kind of wing it a bit, so that's probably a non-standard part.
I have to say, it sits very nice on the skyline.
Oh, it does, yeah. I just love these types of coasters, how it's like a presentation coaster, everything's facing this way. It's like set up really nicely. That took forever to get that shot there where you've got all the loops perfectly lined up.
I can imagine, yeah. Like that's and you said before they were these are custom loops?
No, I did them as custom loops before because I completely forgot that you can actually place down these like default loops that have the specific Schwarzkopf supports, and I said to you as well that I did really want to custom support this because we don't currently have custom supports in the game. I just thought it would have taken so long, so I did a couple of supports where the game didn't generate them, but yeah, these are mostly in-game supports.
It just looks fantastic, and I kind of, as soon as I saw it, I immediately had this vision for the aesthetic of the theming. It just screams like cheap and cheerful, and we already have kind of the 90s pastel colours going around anywhere, and you did the colour choices on the coaster were all you, and they're just phenomenal. So I kind of carry that through to the surrounding area as well, and it just looks great. I'm very happy with it.
Thank you. Yeah, I chose like a nice blue for the track colour, and then I thought about all the different colours that you'd already went into the park. So yeah, I went around and like took colour swatches of a couple of the like accent colours that you'd made, and incorporated those into the train.
Well, it looks phenomenal. I'm very, very happy, and without further ado, let's jump on it. And there we have the incredible POV. So happy with it, so chuffed. And I have to just say, I've just brought us in to the pool now, because this was kind of the first point when I got the park back from you. I was taking a little wander around, and I was like, the skyline has changed, and it's just that amazing feeling when you start walking around your park, and you're like, it just starts coming together, and like you start seeing how things are gonna form. And yeah, I just loved walking in here and seeing the top of the loops there. It just looks amazing.
I'm glad that I've got to add to that little view now. It's so cool.
Absolutely. But yeah, I just once again thank you so much for building for me, and it's a pleasure to have you as a collaborator on a very British water park.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it. I'll come back anytime you want me. It was really fun to make it.
Thanks again to the incredible Corvus for creating what is the perfect first coaster for the park. Enjoy the cinematics, and I'll catch you next time.